didn't know what was going on, and they said to me they wanted to know where was I at spiritually. And they said, well, what happens if God don't heal? And I remember looking at them and I said, well, if he don't, it ain't because he can't.
That's right. Come on now.
So I'm good either way.
Amen.
Because I know who God is in my life. And each time I go through something else, he lets me know even the more who he is.
Amen.
He's not going to leave you out there. He lets me know. And because Paul had that thorn in his side, like I had a thorn in my side.
All right.
Each time I went through something, it was a process. And I remember telling God, I don't want to serve you if I got to look all bowed down and I'm just like barely making it. Because that's not the God that I believe I serve. The God that I serve, you got to look like you going somewhere. Like they said, that's my saying, I'm going somewhere. I'm not about to sit down and scratch my head and wind my watch and do nothing. You got to keep going. You can't let the enemy think he got a foothold. Because if you do, you're going to be... I learned. Trust me, I learned. I learned that I'm taking to Numbers. Numbers 33 and 55. You go there. Bear with me. Okay. Number 33 and 55 says, but if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall be those whom you let remain shall be an irritant in your eye and a thorn in your side. And they shall harass you in the land where you dwell. Moreover, 56, it shall be that I will do to you as I thought to do to them. During life's struggles, and you're in the process of getting through, it's important to drive that devil out. The inhabitants, the irritants in your eyes, what you see, what people say. If you don't drive them out, they're going to dwell with you and harass you. I learned how to fight in those trying times. There was before in my immaturity stage in the walk with Christ, I used to run from the devil. I didn't want to pray for nobody because I knew it was opposition coming. I didn't want to fight. Just let me be, just happy. I don't want to, don't tell me about your problems because I ain't praying. Because I know if I pray for you, the enemy coming after me and mine.
Come on now.
But see, God will let you get in a place where you ain't got no other choice but to fight. You don't have no other choice but to get on your knees and call out to him. And let me tell you something. When you're fighting for your kids are acting up. You don't know what to do with them. All the time. They doing everything they big enough doing. Going to jail. You trying to talk to them, tell them, baby, that's not the way. Mama didn't raise you like that. They'll look at you, smile, yes, mama, and go out there and do exactly what they want to do. You got a husband or man out there. You want them to be faithful. You want them to love you. But they doing everything they big enough to do. And it ain't nothing you can do. But you can get down on your knees. You can declare war against the enemy. You can take the territory back. But you got to know who you are and whose you are. And one thing I learned in my process, be careful what you speak. Mean what you say. And as a prophet of God, you cannot lie. Because if you are the voice piece of God, you cannot allow anything to come out your mouth that's not true. Because then you are a false prophet. So I would beseech you that if you are a servant of the Lord, be conscious of who you are, what you do and what you say. Because it ain't just little lies. It ain't just a little truth or a little lie. But be conscious. Because I found out with God, if I would allow God to know everything about me, which he does, why would I be false and be phony in front of y'all? I mean, why? If I'm big enough to carry on and do what I want to do in front of God, he said, you'll have no other gods before me. So if I present man, woman, man, to be higher than he is, and I'm going to be before you and allow you to think that I'm something else than I am, who am I fooling? So be real before God. Go to God with everything that's in you and tell him, I ain't right. I ain't even pretending to be right, but I'm who I am. And if you continue to work in me, and I allow you to work and with me, I can be more than a conqueror. I can establish some things. I can even pull down some strongholds. And I'll tell anybody, don't come to me for prayer if you playing. Because then I get mad. But when I go to God and pray, I intend to get what I went for. I'm not playing with the devil because, see, the devil will take your life and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Anytime you lay up in a hospital bed for 21 days and don't know which way is which, and all you can do is ask the Father to help you. You ain't got time to be playing around and asking nobody to excuse me, but no, I am who I am. I'm not the average preacher. And I tell you and anybody else, I'm not putting on no front for nobody. Because I don't have to put on a front for God. And he still blesses me. I am a walking miracle. And I appreciate him for that. I appreciate him. And when you can go through all these different things, because you got to remember, we started out with the thorn, the rose. We're here for the rose.
All right.
The stem of the rose, it starts as a seed like everything else. It's a seed. And as that stalk grows, those thorns, and I found out through research, they're not called thorns. They are prickles. They are prickles. But we're going to call them thorns today. But those thorns are hard calluses. And if you don't touch the stem right, you're going to get stuck.
That's right. Say that.
The thorns are there for protection. It's to protect the rose from the adversary. Whether it's animal, or if you're going to take it as us, enemies. So as the thorn and the stem grows, something beautiful is created. Were we able to get mine?
Yeah, come on here.
Right. And it all depends on the process. Each one has a mirror on the table. And I want you to look at that mirror. And I want you to see yourself. What kind of rose are you? Is it a special rose? Do you consider yourself a special rose? One that has gone through the process legally. Because it all depends on that process. Oh yes, y'all are beautiful. I'm telling you, y'all are beautiful. Look at this rose. That's a special rose. Because you don't often see a black rose with red trimming. And it's almost just, it hasn't opened up fully. It's right at the bud, breaking up the bud. Let's go to the next. Look at that rose. That's a black rose with blue trimming, but it has opened up. But even in the middle of that, you still see a little protection. It hasn't fully exposed itself, but it's beautiful. Oh, that's another one. That's fully open. But even in that, you still got a little bit that is hidden. It hasn't exposed itself totally. Oh. Now that rose represents the promises of God. Oh my God. And look at it. How special. God thought enough to create a rose. That's that plant, that rose. Rose, you'll find a rose anywhere. Somebody can hand you a tulip that don't make it, it's okay. But when they give you a rose, it's a special thing. Oh. Now that could represent where you are. Life or death. Black and white rose. Beautiful. Royalty. Purple. It's not often you see these colors. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my God. The rose. God thought enough of us as special individuals. And the processes that we go through, He's creating a rose in us. And if you abort your process to try to get over and get through, manipulation, all of what He asked us to be free of, you're not going to come out a beautiful rose. The red, the color of love, the blood of Jesus. Beautiful, beautiful roses. And I want you from this day to see yourself as the rose that God has created us to be. I don't care what you're going through, when you're going through, the loss of a husband, the loss of a child, the loss of a job, the loss of finances, the loss of friendship, the loss, even the loss of a memory, loss of eyesight, health, whatever it is, always see the best in it. Because God has placed us in certain situations to get us to be the best that we could possibly be. One that we won't bend at the first sign of trouble. We won't give up. We won't start complaining and, it shouldn't have happened to me. I'm still yet a young woman. But what am I going to do? You're going to live and not die and proclaim the word of the Lord. That's what you're going to do. You're going to live for Christ and be somebody to somebody else. Because it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the glory of God. It's about giving God the glory. And I remember, like I said, laying in the sick bed, mourning the loss of my husband, praying for my child who don't want to act right, having to leave work at an early age and wondering, now how are we going to make it on disability? But I'm going to tell you something, God will make it so.
Yes, He will.
I make more on disability than I did working.
Come on now.
I don't have the gas power